Also tonight, while the Trump administration works around the clock to prevent a future attack, the media mob is busy blaming. Who else? President Trump. The Atlantic published an article titled, quote, "A terrible and avoidable tragedy in D.C. Trump was warned that members of the military could be attacked." Meanwhile, a writer for The New Yorker blamed Trump on X, quote, "This is so tragic, so unnecessary. These poor guardsmen should never have been deployed. It was for a political show, and at what cost?" And look at your screen. The New York Times openly worried about the so-called real victims of Wednesday's attack, other Afghan nationals who are now shrouded in suspicion because of President Trump. Joining us now to respond, Project 21 Chairman Horace Cooper and the co-host of Sincerely American, former Trump White House official Cameron Kinsey. Horace, take us away from this. This is absurdity to blame Donald Trump. I pointed out that in Washington, D.C., they were short 500 to 800 officers. That's why he wanted to supplement them, and crime went down 30% and homicides were down 60%. The program was working.
We just had a terrible, terrible tragedy. Two young people who were trying to put their lives on the line to protect the least among us, the poor, the working class, inner city residents who are the predominant victims of the crime that has been happening. Why can't the left take a little break from their Trump derangement syndrome? Now, Wednesday, I predicted that the death penalty would be implemented, or charges in this case. I would like for the Congress to do two things. One, specially authorize new powers for the president to bring in the guards to ensure safety. And two, adopt a law that says just because we have some of the best medical technology, if you try to kill our young people who are putting their lives on the line, you'll still be eligible for the death penalty. That thug did everything he could. And if science is able to save one of those people, he should get no credit. He needs to pay, and Congress needs to act.
Cameron, give us your view of this situation. It's tragic. You got this guardsman that died today, and you got another one fighting for his life right now.
Well, my prayers go out to their families, these brave men and women who put their life on the line, who were volunteering so other people could be with their families. This is such a travesty, and this is clearly what these media outlets are doing. They lack journalistic integrity. They clearly lack intelligence. Why is it that when President Joe Biden was president, he unleashed tens of thousands of National Guardsmen? There was 8-foot fencing around the Capitol. There were military checkpoints around D.C. But when President Trump does it because he swore an oath to serve and protect the people who elected him, it's considered authoritarian. It's considered dangerous. These people need to understand the holes in their logic, and they clearly need a reality check.
Yeah, Horace, moving forward here, I think America, they love these troops. They love the National Guard. They love our first responders. I wish there were more police officers. I wish the mayor had staffed up to the levels that she needed to. But whether you hear from Chicago or Boston or LA or whatever, I mean, this will be the drumbeat. They just think that these people are threatening. They shouldn't be there. And they do more to make sure that the perpetrators are free to roam than to make sure that the safe, secure humans, humans in the United States, the citizens, are able to live their life in peace and safety and walk their dog at 8 o'clock at night.
In my book, Put Y'all Back in Chains, I explained that the left actually is more sympathetic to those who prey on the rest of us. Now, the data doesn't lie. The data says that if you're lower income, if you are minority, you are far more likely not to be able to have the kind of security, the kind of protection, the kind of relocation to areas where you can live and thrive. Our president, who they accuse of bigotry, is actually protecting disproportionately the very people that they would like to sacrifice. The left hates
Good point.
people like us.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you both for joining us.